Hey guys, welcome to the Big Fat Chat. My name's Dan, and this is Tea with the Boys. Nice, Nathan sat down. Yeah. Because Nathan can bring no technical expertise to the table here.
I bring the tea and the charm.
He's the... you bring the tea.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Right, so when we're recording this, the Pikachu trailer 2, the Detective Pikachu trailer just dropped. I'm fucking excited. I don't care. I will flat out, like, when Toy Story 3 came out, I was drop kicking kids out of the fucking... I was literally just like fucking Wreck-It Ralph in it through the fucking crowd. Like.
I'm a big fan of Pokemon, but the first hint of the first trailer, I was like, that's gonna be shit.
You can look at us instead of looking at the camera.
Every other trailer since, I was like, this is looking alright. This looks awesome. Oh my god.
I didn't even think the first trailer looked that bad though.
I did. I thought
it didn't, but like it had this certain cheap film about it.
Yeah.
It looked cheap. I don't think it looks cheap anymore.
No.
I haven't seen the second trailer. You guys are watching it without me.
we should watch it now.
Oh.
Well, I can't. No, can't
Watch it now.
busy.
But yeah, we won't. But
Bear with.
yeah, no, like it's shown a lot more Pokemon in this time with this one as well, isn't it? So like,
What's the rating on that then? 12 or something?
I assume it's gonna have to be for kids, isn't it?
Probably 12.
I've always said that they should do like a really dark motherfucker. Like,
Yeah.
there's like I was thinking. Do you know? Have you seen the bootleg Power Ranger ones where like everybody, where all the Power Rangers are being fucked up and killed? Like, I would love.
I enjoyed that.
That was good.
Was it like Rob Zombie who did it or somebody weird like that it was? But I've always said like they should do a Pokemon where like it's underground as fuck. So like there's like a PETA for Pokemon, and they have like it's Pokemon battling is like banned across the world.
Oh shit!
And there's just like these underground fight clubs where fucking
They've really got to emphasize this is basically dogfighting.
This is illegal as fuck. And like you could say that it's because there's like real things going on in the world, and this is kind of trying to represent that. But then it's really just for people who want to see Pokemon get fucked up. Like all the Pokemon, none of the Pokemon look clean. They're all just like fucking ripped apart. Like.
There was a manga series of Pokemon that they released, like an official one, where they actually had like some graphic scenes where like Arbok would get his fucking like head sliced off.
I had that when I was little.
Yeah.
When you were little.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was like
Parenting 101.
Yeah.
Was it
Oh fuck! It's empty.
Pokemon
It's fine.
Adventures.
Pokemon Adventures or some
That
shit?
was Pokemon Adventures.
I don't
Yeah, it
fucking
was
know.
like it came as a little manga, but I had like the big compilation magazine.
Yeah. It came as
So
like
if
a
you
manga series.
if you battle your Pokemon and his head comes off, it's fucked.
Yeah, the Arbok died, and there's also, I don't know what other Pokemon, but there was some other Pokemon that died in it as well.
Is it?
Best
it's
take
quite
out some
graphic,
insurance on that, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you give me some sweet nuts?
Cheers,
Some more
bro.
there, man.
It's 1 year.
There's one there, like.
Alright, yeah.
Oh, right.
I'll go get some more sweeters. No.
Thanks, mate.
Did you also hear about, you know, Peter?
About what?
Peter.
Yeah.
They released a like a bootleg Pokemon game called Pokemon Black and Blue. No, it's Black and Blue, mate. And
Black and blue, as in
What's
like
the
it's
difference
bruised.
now then?
Yeah. It was basically
Fake as fuck it is.
it was basically just saying like how Pokemon's a game that promotes
Violence.
you know, animal fighting and
It promotes imaginary monsters battling until one gets knocked out.
yeah.
None of it's real. Fuck off, Peter, you cunt. I fucking hate that organisation.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Just because their approach to everything is just fucking stupid, man.
Yeah, it is.
Thanks, mate.
100%.
Oh my fucking god, what's going on there? Why is my tea yellow?
Nice.
I'm surprised we're talking about films again, because
green
the
tea
last
bag.
time we brought up films, we went a fucking like a clusterfuck, didn't it?
10 minutes in and we were just like moving on to something else. Cannonballs in space.
Cannonballs
or
in
some shit.
space.
I don't
But
fucking know.
did we tell him that actually...
Oh yeah.
Myth, fill him in, Myth.
Turns out a cannibal would melt on re-entry. So that took me a while to figure out because I forgot the
Nice.
word re-entry.
How big would a cannonball have to be to not burn up on re-entry?
I'm not sure if it
Well,
matters.
figure that out next.
Next time.
Cannonballs are made of cast iron, and they're made that way so they can melt easily to get into the round shape. So they would actually melt quite quickly. But
What if it was like a different type of iron?
if it was
Sorry, guys.
pure iron, it would take a bit longer. But cast iron actually melts very quickly, so it can form it into a ball. So.
It's
I
an
like
interesting
that.
fact, that is.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, genuine, that is.
Yeah, no,
There's
I-
another thing
Yeah.
I wanted to do as well. As I wanted, because was it last week? It would have been last week, wouldn't it? Where you were talking about your inventions.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
with
got some more.
the hostel or some fucking
With the fucking
and the
wet
wet wipe.
wipe.
The wet wipe.
The wet wipe blanket.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's told me that he's got more inventions.
I got 2 in the bag.
Yeah.
They're not inventions, they're more like,
Life hacks.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So he sorry. Go on.
Go on.
Yeah.
Us 3 of our children, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how hard it is, forming the milk, you like one scoop,
I
even it
don't
off.
use formula milk.
use tartars.
My
Straight
kids
from the
would
titty.
breastfed, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. We use formula. Formula milk is a cunt, isn't it?
Hate it.
Even it out, put it in. I was thinking having like pucks, formula pucks. So you'd be like, how many pucks? 7 ounces, for example. 7 pucks. Hot fucking.
Wait,
hot
do
water.
you mean like for those fucking coffee machines where you put the fucking
Yeah.
Yeah, like
yeah, and it
Or like
dispenses
It
It's
the
just
milk.
dispenses a
like-
Yeah, that's
puck,
pretty
right?
cool. I like that.
I don't know if I can poke holes in it.
I like that. Though.
Isn't there a reason why they do it like such a lightweight, almost cocaine-like substance? It's because the beep is still there. It's because that they need it to dissolve properly, don't they? So like if they're using an agent that makes it stick together,
True.
maybe the agent
But
will
if you
make it hard.
if you pack it hard enough, though, innit? Surely
You'd still
stay
need a
in a
bonding
form.
agent.
Yeah.
There would have to be something that makes it bond, wouldn't it? I think.
Okay.
So you're adding something that stops it from, or may not. It wouldn't. What's it fucking called? Not melt. You know what I mean?
Dissolve.
Dissolve. That's a bitch. It wouldn't dissolve as effectively. And they say if it gets stuck in the teeth, then it's bad, isn't it? So like maybe that's
Just
it.
a thought, like I said.
That's a better one than a fucking giant wet wipe. I reckon.
And this one's going to be shit now, right? But
Lead with a good one.
a whisk.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're making batter, whisking,
Yeah.
and I don't know. You think, fuck, I got a whisk here. Instead of taking the batter and the whisk to the sink and putting the whisk in the sink, having like a little umbrella underneath the whisk
Catches it.
handle. So you whisk it, hold the whisk upside down, walk it to the sink. Job done.
What? You need to explain that. A bit
No,
more.
I know what he means. He means like let's say
say
you got a
whisking.
whisk. You got a whisker, and
Yeah.
after you've whisked,
So
you
where's
got-
the umbrella?
So basically, you
on
got the handle, upside down umbrella, then the whisk.
Yeah. So the whisk. You know where
So
the
you've
whisk
got.
comes up.
So you've got.
It's trying to catch the
It's
drippage
not
of-
exactly.
So it's above the handle, but underneath the whisk.
Yeah,
Is what you're
it's
saying.
not exactly
so like
an umbrella,
a sword,
just a saucer.
like a sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something that
sort of
comes
thing.
out like a bowl to
Yeah.
catch it. I know what you mean.
So
Yeah.
it catches all this shit, so you don't drop it on your floor.
So whisk guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happens if you're whisking in something narrow?
Have a smaller one.
Yeah. They'll come in all shapes and sizes.
Yeah.
Maybe instead of like making it already on the whisk, you can make it so it's like a device
Adaptable.
you can like put it onto the and
Would you
attach
use
onto the
it?
whisk.
Or would you lose it?
I'd lose that.
Probably lose it.
You would lose it, wouldn't
Yeah,
it? I
probably
was
lose
thinking
it.
you had some sort like actual thing in the bottom of the handle. Like that's
I
what I
just
thought you
push
did.
and it comes out or something.
I mean,
Yeah.
the problem with that, if you have something in the bottom of the handle, it's all going to go via
Yeah,
your
yeah.
hands.
Are you solving a problem that doesn't need to be solved? Is the question with that one.
I mean,
It seems like a novelty
True.
thing.
Like
to
Is
Yeah.
be
it?
honest,
Is it so much of a small problem that nobody would ever care anyway?
I care.
I feel like JML could sell the shit out of it.
but-
Yeah.
Only in Woolworths.
yeah.
Unless them magazines that get thrown at your door, and you got to leave them out on a certain day if you don't want
Clean
nothing.
easy.
Like, yeah. They'd sell it there, they would. Old people would buy that shit.
I don't know. I can't see a downside to it, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if there was one. Like, if there was a normal whisk there, and it would be more expensive because there's more
Oh,
metal.
yeah.
There's more metal and
I
more.
was thinking of plastic, maybe. I don't know.
So it would be cheap anyway then.
Yeah.
I mean, just make it like a cheap little attachment for your whisk. Just put it on the handle.
That would
or
just
some
go
shit,
missing
and
as
then
fuck
fucking-
though, wouldn't it? Let's
I
be
mean,
honest.
yeah, but like,
Cheers, Josh.
no, I believe in your idea.
Yeah.
Like, I do think it's a bit of a novelty thing, but
Yeah.
Most of these
No, I
kitchen
know.
gadget things are, aren't they?
Yeah.
A bit pretentious, isn't
Like the whirly thing
Yeah.
for the cucumbers.
they? Yeah.
ever seen that?
A spiral.
Oh, the spiral
Fucking-
type of thing.
I've seen.
Love it.
Like, do you need a spiraler? No.
Ah.
The
but-
spiral.
Unless you're doing mad buffets all the time,
Yeah.
like, do you know what I mean? Like unless you're doing dressed salmon every weekend, and you're
Yeah,
just
I
like,
guess.
I've
I
seen-
need some of that motherfucking.
Sorry, I've seen several egg cracking different devices, and I'm
Oh.
like, it's not that hard. I mean, like
Don't wanna-
maybe one if you've got like a coordination.
If you've got
difficulty.
Parkinson's.
Yeah, but why is
Yeah.
there like 72 different ways to crack an egg with different piece of plastic?
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean with like novelty items.
Yeah.
Like, people just buy them
People buy
because
that.
it's like efficient. Isn't it?
Do you know what
Just
I
like, well,
fucking
okay.
hate? No, I've been a chef for 15-ish years, 14, 15 years, 14, and I hate those like coloured knives.
Oh, I hate
And
tacky,
people think they're the fucking boys when they got it, and I'm in their house. I'm like, you ain't cutting shit for me with that.
Do you know something I hate as well? Marble and glass chopping boards. Fucking hate it.
Hate it.
What's the point?
He's got two.
Wait,
What's the point?
glass chopping
Glass
board.
chopping board.
Yeah, Mate, can you do it a little bit closer to the mic to fuck everybody off?
I'm sorry.
The fuck is the point of a glass chopping board?
And marble ones.
Oh, mate, they're fucking tamping. Eve's got one just because it's red and it matches the fucking
The
kitchen.
fuck? Why?
You can't. How are you meant to chop shit quietly? Like,
You,
Yeah.
well, not even that, but like, surely it fucks your knife up. It
Slips,
can't,
fucking
that
catches
can't
on.
be good for your knife.
It's all about the aesthetics.
There's no grip. There's no fucking.
Yeah.
It's not nice at all. It's
Grip's the
slippery.
issue,
Yeah, fuck that. Like, I'm all about them wood chopping boards.
Yeah.
I buy a new wood chopping board anytime I'm in IKEA, like every single time.
Me and Lydia got one personally made for us by someone we knew for our wedding.
Out of glass.
Gift. No, out of wood. Like a proper, like, nice oak wood one.
What did it at? Awkward.
awkward part.
It's a big fucking roller coaster on the front.
Yeah.
Season pass on the back. Like,
Yeah, it has treetops on the side of it.
Yeah.
Don't put your fucking fingers out because it cuts your fingers off. Have you ever been on treetops and you rip your hands
Mental.
open? I don't think I've ever been on there and not hurt myself.
No, I have. I've been on there loads of times. No,
Yeah,
I
you're holding on white knuckling and you're like, oh,
petrifying.
yeah.
Yeah. Help.
Yeah, so I like put my hands up, but like they tell you don't put your hands up, and then I put my hands up, and then
Oh,
I hit
okay.
the fucking tree, and then
Catch a few
the trees
branches on the way.
the trees are like that.
They are.
Yeah, they're really close to you. Yeah.
Stick a fucking- dangle some razors on it, you get a fucking haircut.
Do you reckon the guy who goes round just with a chainsaw, holding out? Yeah, like, round again, left side.
That's fucking class idea. I'd do that. Do you know, I'm petrified of heights, right? But for some reason, when I'm on roller coasters, I love it. The only thing that I can't do on roller coasters, and the thing that stops me from getting on, you're right, what?
It's just a fucking joke. I could just imagine some guy in a fucking roller coaster.
And you go again.
Someone who's got like the really shit job has got a strimmer on the teacups.
Yeah.
But yeah,
One day.
what was I saying? Yeah, I'm petrified of heights, but like, what I do before I get on any ride is I count the time to climb, because that's the only bit that shits me up. As soon as I'm past that climb, and there's one called the Rip Riding Rocket in Universal Studios, and it's like a fucking 16-second vertical climb. 16 seconds to someone who's scared of heights is fucking horrible. And I was like, I can't go on it. And then I remember my mate saying, like, he'd been there the year before or whatever, and he was like, that's one of the best roller coasters in Universal, you have to go on it. Because they've like curated songs that go with the ride. So when you're on the climb, you choose on a touch screen what song you want to play, and as it goes over, like it's in tune with what like how you ride into the fucking thing.
Oh shit.
So I was like, I don't know if I want to do this, and I was with Kaz at the time, so I was like, she's like, you have to go do it because we're going on it. And then I like 16 seconds. I was like, fuck. And then as soon as you go over the top, fucking amazing. I love roller coasters.
Yeah. I
You've
like
been to
roller
Florida
coasters.
as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been to-
Hulk.
Helped. Incredible.
Hulk. Have any of you been to?
I've only ever been to Oakwood. It's the only
same.
theme park I've been to.
I haven't been to Awkward since before they put speed in. I haven't been on speed.
No,
I have.
I-
It didn't that good, I think.
no, actually, I haven't been since they put speed in.
I've been
no,
on
it's been
speed
a
a
long
few
time.
times. It's like it was the same because the climb for speed is straight up, like, and it
Well,
it
Rip
takes a
Riding
bit
Rocket is essentially that, but like
bigger.
twice the height. Yeah.
So that was scary. Like there was that bit. Do you remember in Harry Potter where like the snakes come in that that sound when the snakes appear in slowly? Like that was playing in my head.
What
The first one on
snakes?
there. The basilisk from the second
Ah,
one.
from the second one,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's that sound when it's like coming up. It's supposed to be kind of scary. That was playing in my head because I was like 11 or something. When I saw it, I was like, oh my god, this is it.
Everyone's looking at him. He thinks it's in his head. He's just like,
Yeah. Okay, no.
Oh, it's got that little bit of song playing in my head when there's a tense moment. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Saw in Thor
Thor
Park. One of the smoothest roller coasters I've ever been on. Like, it isn't a scary roller coaster, but it's just like,
Thor Park's incredible.
do you think it's better than Alton Towers? I don't.
I've never been to Alton Towers. Oh. No, I've never been.
I think
Wanna go.
I feel like Alton Towers is the best in the UK.
Drayton Manor's a pile of shit.
I've never been a Drayton Manor. It's just one of those ones. There's not enough rides to
No.
make me pay to go in.
It
Like,
was like, was a pirate ship there when I went, and like one other ride, and I was too short to go on it. So 4 hours on a
is
bus.
this Swarm? What's the winged one in Thor Park? That's Swarm, isn't
Swarm,
it? That was
yeah.
being built when I was there, so I haven't been on that. But I went on the Saw experience. Have you done that?
No.
You have to hold on to each other's fucking shoulders and walk through.
Oh, no.
Oh,
What's the one with Darren Brown? Is that Thor Park?
it's Alton Towers, isn't it?
Alton Towers.
Isn't that the new
Experiencing.
VR?
Like Subway or something, is it?
Yeah, I think it's in VR.
Was
I
it
think
one of those
you'll-
4D experience things?
No, I think it's VR.
What, just like full on VR?
Headset VR, yeah. Because they've changed Air to VR now as well, haven't they?
Really?
I think so.
trying to take the VR off.
Yeah.
They're literally just like fucking rows of Oculus Rifts essentially, and then you just fucking chuck them on. That's wicked. I'd love to have gone at. VR wasn't quite picking up when I was in Alton, Florida. So like I just missed the thing on that. I went when Harry Potter World opened. I was there
when they were building that.
Oh, it's fucking amazing.
There's this really cool like place in Tokyo that I might go to when I go there. It's like this VR building. So like they have Mario Kart VR. They have this shooting game. Like
it's one of the first VR arcades in the world, isn't it?
Cool.
Yeah,
like literally every ride is arcade. There's like parachutes.
Yeah.
Like there's you're suspended, so it's like you feel the fucking thing. I watched a video on YouTube about that, like literally like yesterday.
Yeah, some guy was playing fishing VR or some shit. I was watching a video of some guy fishing in VR.
Like, you could do anything in there, like.
Well, not anything. They have like
they're like booths, like there's
different games.
Think of it as rides, like there's like queues. Yeah. Did you go on that? Did you?
No, I didn't, but I probably will when I go again now.
Yeah. So when is that?
That's
when this drops. Is that the week this drops?
That would be a week Thursday I leave.
So this will be dropping.
While I'm
the
away.
week that you're away.
Yeah.
Happy days.
Yeah.
So yeah, anything that anybody has particularly got in their mind that they want to get off their chest this week?
No, I feel like I'd have a rant for the people. I haven't got nothing specifically in my head I want to go off. Like the chopping board thing's a big thing for me.
That actually is a big thing for me because
Chopping
and
the glass chopping board, yeah.
And this is going to sound weird because I don't know if it's just unique to me and my household, but keeping toilet roll not in the bathroom.
Well, you don't.
No,
I don't. It's in the cupboard. Then he
Why?
pulls them out.
Why?
I don't.
Wait,
it isn't me that does it.
You don't keep it in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Where the only places you're going to use it?
I keep it in the bathroom, but my missus is like, oh no, because you buy the big fuck off industrial 24 pack.
Yeah.
So you just
down
bunker
Aldi's like £3 for fucking 28. Yeah.
In the cupboard and just pull out what you need in.
Wait, what we
don't.
do? We got the big pack. We just put the big pack in the downstairs toilet
And just feed off that
one roll upstairs while it's in use. And then one roll downstairs, and then just.
What way do you lot put the toilet roll on the holder?
It has to be on the front.
Front, yeah.
The flap on the front.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, but Eve doesn't.
Why?
I don't fucking know. You ask her. Winds me up.
That winds you up as well. That's another.
I don't get why you would have it on the back.
No, basically you're extending your reach to wipe your ass theoretically, anyway. The width of the toilet paper
you're making more work. Yeah. I just find it's harder to pull.
Yeah, no.
When it's the front,
you can't rip at that as well.
Yeah.
So you try ripping at it, just.
It's
gone.
I got a lot of arse and toilet paper related gripes, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, I didn't until recently after having a chat with you and Dave, and I feel like I've experienced that enough now, and I want to get rid of that.
We didn't bring that up last week, did
No.
we? So this is an issue I've been fighting for several months. I wipe, and the amount that's left on the toilet roll doesn't change. So I wipe.
I remember you telling me that.
And I look, and there's a substantial amount, as your first wipe should. Put it down, get a second wipe on, and it's like all I'm doing is cloning the toilet paper. So, okay, so it must have been a really bad one. Put that in. Third one, that's the same shape.
Make sure you actually put it to the toilet.
I'm like, am I just wiping with the same one? So I'm double checking, and I'm going through fuck tons of toilet roll just because I don't know if it's a busted sphincter or something that's just making it all. This podcast has all been about my every episode that my ass comes up at some point because it's just bad. But I don't know how to fix it. Is that something you go to the doctors about?
I don't know. It was weird because we were talking about it, and I had.
I thought that I was alone.
Fuck. And that toilet paper now is fucking savage, isn't it? We've all experienced that.
Yeah.
It's fucking grim. And I was like, boys, I'm broken,
But I'm getting really what's it called?
Conscious.
Self-conscious about
smelly ass.
Not so much that, but do you know if I'm in the staff toilet and someone's in the team room, and they can hear, and then
keeps going.
Over and over again. Yeah.
We got these big industrial rolls, and I'm going through them like a normal roll, fucking. And I
think he's gonna come out like a
everyone
mummy.
thinks I fuck about on the bog. It's not. I'm I'm like maybe a third of my time pooing, and then 2/3 of it is wiping.
Wipe.
It's like fucking hell. It's like a cartoon scene, you know. Like, fuck is going on? So,
Am I still going?
That's what I feel like. It feels like I'm wiping, and then I'm just having another shit, and then wiping again.
Yeah.
And then just having another shit. I'm sorry if everybody's like drinking their fucking tea or having some. What time's this drop? 9 o'clock in the morning. Sorry for eating your toast. Marmite on toast.
Nice.
Poo warning next time.
Always a poo warning. I feel like I'm going to need more tea now.
Mate, that's gone, yeah. I'm going to have to refill.
Maybe bring
No,
like...
sorry.
well, sorry,
No, that's
yeah,
actually fucking gone.
Maybe bring like 2 or 3.
That's why I was opening it. I was checking. But
Josh, you have another one? Nathan's round.
yeah.
Yeah, alright then.
I'm on another
Maybe
two.
bring like 2, because you're fucking going through it as well.
Yeah, are you drinking tea as well?
Yeah,
I'm more milk.
Tea with the boys.
Well,
So like the
coffee,
run.
but
This is what I kind of want the feel of the podcast to be, is like that everyone's just accidentally walked into our kitchen where we're just like chilling, having a chat over a cup of tea, and they're joining
Where's the
our
sweets?
friendly chat. Over here, do you want them?
Oh, please.
These are my cancer sweets. I won them from guessing the amount in there, and I had to donate some money to charity for a cancer, which I don't. Oh, why is he doing coffee?
because I asked for a coffee.
You're a fucking cunt. Have a tea like everyone else. It's not tea and coffee with the boys. Sorry for everybody listening. This sounds horrendous.
Sorry, it's my fault. I like coffee.
Yeah, go on, have one.
So I heard you put in like 10 guesses to get that.
That's not. I don't know who told you that. It was a lie. Barefaced lie.
Who did tell you that?
Who told you
I
that?
can't remember actually. You just don't tell me.
Barefaced lie. It was 6. £1 a guess.
Hey, worth it though. Do you think?
Nah,
there's
look. All I
6
did was I donated a tenner to a cancer charity. That's what I did.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
And then I had 10 guesses at how many it was, and I did the smart thing,
Yeah.
and I went up in 5 fucking intervals. I did like
These
2.
are good, just a nightmare to open.
They're nice, but they're sticky as fuck.
Yeah, the yellow ones are really nice, actually.
Does anyone else like if you were to have are you all tea dippers, biscuit dippers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
Well,
What would be
you were
if
going to say fucking
Cheers, man.
toast then?
If you had
flip the table
Noah
then.
dips toast, and I don't know where the fuck he's got it from. I think
Toast.
he got it from my mother. He dips toast in tea, but he doesn't have his own tea, so he dips his fucking toast in someone
other
else's
people's
tea.
in your tea or some shit. Oh, no.
I'm sat on the fucking table like, what the fuck are you doing?
No.
Yeah, what's your like go-to biscuit? I've spoken to Di about this. What's your like go-to
Any biscuit.
if you
I
dip
know,
in?
I like a shortbread.
What, a dipping with shortbread? Yeah, it's good. I've chocolate digestive probably.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
Chocolate
Well,
digestive all the way.
I've got the chocolate digestives. I've got the caramel underneath the chocolate.
What?
No, I've never used that.
McVitie's caramel chocolate digestives run.
Serious?
Put them in the fridge.
Too hard.
Let the caramel and the chocolate harden. Smack that motherfucker deep down into a cup of tea. And it is by far the best dip.
To be fair though, I really enjoy a rich tea with a cup of tea.
I don't.
Like I know it's
You just
I know
enjoy
it's
the danger.
plain,
You
and
just enjoy the danger.
it's like, will it fucking fall in or not?
Living on the edge. like.
Yeah.
Don't you die on me.
Like I know it's boring. Like that's a boring thing, but like
You have to
it's just
do
nice.
the method for that, right? Is a vertical dip. You can't go in sideways. It has to literally
so
be
you
like
gotta-
a shoop. No movement laterally.
Okay.
Just in and out
Literally
like a
just-
crane.
Yeah. Okay.
Like some sort of those like
Crane
helping
operators.
hands when people have surgery with like the
Yeah.
fine motor movements like that.
so it's one of
Are
those
we all
things
done
where
with
as soon
these?
as you bend, that's
Maybe
it.
leave
It's
them
gone.
open,
Have you
mate.
done the cancer
Josh,
sweets?
man.
I'm alright, thanks. I don't really eat sweets.
What?
I ain't got a sweet tooth, I'm afraid.
Mate, I saw you fucking chowed on a fudge cake about an hour ago.
Yeah, but that's a fucking fudge cake.
That's
not
why you
sweets.
haven't got a sweet tooth, is because you just
'Cause,
fucking destroyed it with a fucking
just-
fudge cake.
Like I with extra pearls.
And you live on Monster Energy, which is just all sugar and caffeine.
Hey, I'm done a monster today, alright? Leave me alone.
Have you actually?
You okay?
Oh, yeah. You just really got a shake.
I'm suffering.
Oh shit, look at that.
That's all I can fucking think about.
That's actually looking quite bad.
I know, look at that.
That? Oh, mate, is that
Finger fucked the treacle pudding
Yeah, show
earlier.
the camera.
Oh, mate.
I'll fucking zoom in on that
Zoom in
shit.
on that fucking bastard.
Oof.
I'm not gonna lie, you was complaining about it for fucking ages.
Yeah, it fucking hurts, that's why.
Sorry,
They're
man.
nasty, aren't they?
Oh, very nasty.
Yeah.
You should probably explain what it is to like people who aren't watching.
So basically, a treacle sponge. I was making a dessert for someone with custard, and I
For some reason,
I
you
don't know-
literally just dipped
I
his
don't know
finger
why I
in the
done
fucking...
it. I didn't mean to do it.
You were looking at me.
Yeah.
You just let it go.
I was like, oh fuck! And it Dan, because I was on the
Yeah.
other side of the kitchen, just went like I covered his squash, so I won't put my finger in his squash.
How fucking shit does that look? What's going on?
Mate, it's these tea bags are dodgy.
Dodgy as fuck. Are they like...
Oh, it looks good in there, mine. I'm not gonna lie.
I fucked it up, boys. I'm fucking up the tea. I'm sorry, lads.
It's alright.
Mate,
I
this-
don't drink tea, it's all good.
Yeah, you fucking drink that. Sorry to anybody's earlobes. Yeah, so everybody's joining us, sat around our kitchen table, having a chat after the week, debriefing.
Yeah.
Talk about the goings on of the week.
Sorry, Nick,
I do want to bring up something serious though, Nath, right?
Yeah.
So, like, we've alluded to the fact that you're an out gay man.
Here we go.
So we're going
gay
serious
man
now,
now.
like serious
Okay,
questions.
I represent my people.
Yeah. So you told me about a couple of times where like shit's got serious.
What the fuck, like?
Are you getting it as well?
Some
Scummy
tea bags.
It tastes okay, but it just
Yeah.
looks like arse. Talking about looking at arse. So right, back to,
Back to the homosexual in the room.
yeah. So like you told me before about times where you've like been beaten up because of being gay. Was it like, do you know, like coming up? Was it? Do you remember being an out gay? How old were you?
When I first came out, I was 18 because that's when I first got with my partner, and that was it.
And that's so it's not that long, then.
No, well, I'm 26 now. It's been
You're 26.
Yeah.
I thought you were like 22.
no, mate.
Right. Okay.
I was 20.
You
when I-
still like girls, don't you?
Yeah, like a lot.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you're gay.
You're not gay anymore,
You're
like-
bi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick of it now, so I'm not that gay at all.
Was your experience of coming out a positive one or a negative one?
One of my closest friends at the time was the only one who was quite weird about it because he was like a proper big, like, hench rugby lad, and he'd hang out with.
And you were just scared you wanted to suck his dick.
Yeah, but like it took him like I think it was like 3 months of just like hanging out and being an awkward prick because we all went around our mate's house and stuff, and then like we went to the shop.
Like having sleepovers, he's like,
Yes.
I'm not going top to toe with him. Like,
Yeah, just sort of like ass against the wall, like back off me.
why have you sellotaped a pillow to your ass?
But yeah, I got attacked like when was it? When I first moved here, so when I was 20. But like because I never actually had a proper hostile thing, that it was like a bit out of the blue. It was just me and Tim walking to Tesco.
Tim, you can get away with saying that you're not gay.
Yeah, Tim
In public, and-
cannot.
Yeah, and Tim
Like,
can't.
You can clock him like a mile away. Like, oh, Winnie Lovely, don't let him near my kids.
Fuck it hell.
I can say it. I'm allowed to do the stereotypes.
Yeah,
but if
so-
you guys say it, I'm going to sue your ass.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm joking. But yeah, so we would just walk in and like, they just went, oh, I think they're gay. And there was like 4 lads. They'd been drinking. They had cans and that. And
They had cancer.
No, they had cans. And
Oh,
that,
right.
Like, that's why I knew they were drinking. And yeah, they just like came up to me and they were like, "Did you call me a cunt?" And I was like, "What?" And like I've been in this situation before like I came out and stuff, and like that no one would know because no one would know with me. But like when someone just says, "Did you call me a cunt?" You call me this. You're like, "Yeah, go on then, mate," and then you just leave. But like he just stayed at me and was like, "Did you call me a cunt? Did you call me a cunt?" And I was like, like just trying to get past like, "No, mate." I
You're
didn't say
kind of
anything."
being one.
And then he just fucking swung and hit me in the head. I was like, "What the?"
Like that.
Yeah. Like, what annoyed me was like I didn't know it was a fight until I'd been hit in the temple. And I was like, oh, okay, this is actually happening. It's too late now. I'm going
Did
down.
Timmy take a punch as well?
He took a few. Yeah, he was concussed. I wasn't.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that the only time, man? I
That
thought
was-
there was more than once.
I mean, there's comments and that. You always get comments, but they don't really count because there's always going to be someone like,
Well, still.
well, not so much recently, but like in college, school, and just
Right.
walking through town when I was younger, but like, not so much now.
So do you think that being an out gay is positive or negative on your life? Like, has it affected you? Has it like negatively affected you apart from that?
Some of my family were quite weird about it as well, which is kind of annoying. It made like family dinners kind of awkward where some of them just wouldn't look at me, like the devout religious ones, so like, don't acknowledge.
It's going to hell soon anyway.
Yeah, you'll burn.
So do you still go to these?
Yeah, they've all come around now because they often do when they're like, oh yeah, we'll just like leave him to it. But for a while,
But like your direct parents were fine though. Like,
yeah,
yeah. That's all that fucking matters anyway.
yeah, they like have to be like, 'cause, like, what are you
Well,
gonna
they
do?
don't have to be.
Well, they
We've
don't
seen-
have to be now.
We've seen like some of the reactions people get to. I find it fucking astounding. I do that. It,
Yeah.
like in this day and age.
Yeah.
Like I kind of get some grandparents because they're from
It's a
they're cut,
generational
they're,
thing.
cut,
Era,
they're
innit?
cut from a different cloth. Like they're like I get that, but parents now, anybody who's like under 50, like you're in a different time now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Noah like never has to worry about growing up and me turning my back on him about anything. Do you know what I mean? Like, and he'll know that when he grows up. Like so, I don't want him to be a chutney boy, but just because I'm allowed to say that. I'm probably not.
We're
But
all friends here.
yeah, but no, I don't understand it. So like, obviously, I'd rather him be in the more mainstream heterosexual club.
Do you feel there's like a different mindset when it comes to like when your kids, a guy, like a boy and they're gay and a girl and they're gay, like because you find some parents like would be like, oh, I don't care if my daughter's a lesbian, but then when they're like, oh, my boy's never gonna be a fucking gay.
I don't know. I've
It's
never
like-
I've never come across selectively homophobic people.
I just hear about it. I mean, I haven't experienced it, but
Well,
like, I
if
just
they're a
hear
more
about it.
traditional family, the boy kid would be like the head of the household when he grows up and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like the girl is just like the child bearer in like an
Yeah,
old
she's just
fashioned
like the point.
we have to marry her off, but the
Yeah.
child is going to represent the family.
Fair enough, yeah.
Maybe that's
he
it. I
carries
don't,
the name on, doesn't he?
I don't
Yeah,
really
yeah.
know. But like anything to do with like older people, they're just they're mental.
Yeah.
Like they're living in the wrong time now. I think like they just
Yeah.
didn't keep up. Do you know anyone who's over 60 and who isn't using Facebook?
Oh.
They're just so stuck in their like. I've had the same conversation with with Eve's grandparents about getting a tablet about 40 times.
Yeah.
I was like, if you're going to use it, get one. I'll buy one for you if you want, and you can thing. And then 10 days later, do you think we should get a tablet? Well, nothing's changed since the last time I told you, so yeah, do it. 10 days later, do you think we should get a tablet? I'm like, babes, just go get run over.
What I don't like is, when they're like quite so technophobic that like they won't even touch it because they're convinced it's broken.
Yeah, internet banking I find
Yeah.
hilarious. No, don't trust it.
Yeah.
What do
Don't
you
trust it.
It's the safest it's ever been. Like,
Yeah, like just don't be stupid. Don't give your password to people. Happy days. Use a different password. You're fucking fine. Like,
It doesn't
Yeah.
agree with me. It's like just don't be convinced that it's a foreign thing.
Yeah.
It's all English, like you know how to read.
Yeah.
Just take your time with it and don't be like, oh, this is something I could never understand, because the UI is getting more and more intuitive. So
my nana embraced the fuck out of Facebook, and like I genuinely believe because she's like more sociable online, and like she plays games on PC and stuff. I genuinely think that's probably stopped her from going mental. I feel like that engagement is what stops older people. Do you know, like her husband died, so my grandpa died. A while back. I can't even think. 9 years, maybe 8 or 9 years, 10. Yeah, so 10-ish years ago, and she would definitely have gone downhill if she was just sat in her fucking living room in a rocking chair with only like visitors for a couple of hours every other day or whatever.
TV.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, a bit of daytime TV. She'd have died with fucking Lorraine's accent in her head, and that would be like Lorraine would have been her best friend. Like, so I genuinely believe that like that though, like at that age, it's probably better to just be engaged. Like,
Probably, yeah.
just do it, innit?
watch fucking dementia disappear over the next 50, 60 years because everyone's a fucking PC gamer.
oh,
Yeah,
mate.
well, it's that thing where like you don't feel alone because you've got that
Yeah.
instant contact
Yeah,
you can make.
and
with someone.
and the thing is, we're a generation growing up that's had that pretty
yeah,
much.
so
over,
we're just used to it.
So like when we're older, there's not going to be like games are for kids, because like the people that used to game are going to be the adults, and it doesn't matter then.
Yeah.
So I think we're part of the generation where when we get older, there's going to be like 60, 70-year-olds banging through Fortnite, the future Fortnite. Where
Yeah.
there's probably clans of old people just like I don't want to get dementia, so let's just play a couple of fucking
Probably
whatever.
like month night by then.
Whatever, whatever battle royale is in the future, like I mean, like, but yeah, I think that's fucking. I genuinely believe that that's the reason that my nana's still fucking compass mentis. Like, she's not.
Speaking of like a subject on that, like I've heard about like some hospitals and stuff like using VR to treat like older people who have like certain issues.
I've heard about them using are you talking about robots?
No, like people use it like do you know like when people are
Remind me to come back to that then.
yeah, but when like people are old and stuff like
Yeah.
they they don't like going out or stuff, or they have a
Yeah.
fear of going out.
Just chuck them in a park
what they
in
do,
VR. Like.
Yeah, what they do, they give them like VR headsets, and then they like make them walk around in VR, and then until they get used to the fact that like they can go outside then. But and apparently it's helped quite a lot of people. Like
I love the implementation of VR in non-gaming spaces. I think
Yeah.
there's so much that you can add to somebody's life who is maybe incapacitated in certain ways. I think it's mental because although you know you're in a virtual reality world, have any of you ever been? Did you ever go on mine?
No.
So
I've
like,
never.
so when I had my Rift, you can tell you're in a game. You can tell, but it's so immersive that it tricks you into forgetting.
Long enough in anything. And,
you actually forget that you think. And I was driving Euro Truck Simulator, which by far one of the best VR experiences I've ever had. Right?
Yeah.
It was fucking great. Like I had a steering wheel. Like what you do have to do is remember you have to key bind everything to the wheel because you ain't finding the keyboard. But key binding everything to a wheel, and like you fucking pop your head out the window and shit. It's so fucking great. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, there's people. Do you know like paraplegics?
Yeah.
If you're they're in like a hospital bed, and it's either China or Japan. It's in one of those type of countries.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Asian country, yeah.
they hire these people to control robots with virtual reality to serve people in restaurants. It's fucking insane. So these people are in bed in hospital, and they're driving a robot in a restaurant, a real life restaurant serving real life people, and they're like pouring drinks for people and shit with robots.
I know in Japan they've implemented that, but
it's fucking mental.
Yeah,
Japan is so fucking far ahead of the curve in
technology. Yeah,
I can't wait for the stories of the one cunt who didn't want to do it, and then it's just here's your fucking drink.
I quit, and then there's like a fucking laser comes out the top and starts fucking terrorists, starts fucking Allahu Akbar and everybody.
This is raw, really. How's your soup now, madam?
I don't know why they'd have American accents.
A raw soup.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Just water.
Have you ever seen that hotel they got in Japan where the receptionist is a fucking dinosaur? It's a fucking raptor.
They closed that. They closed that after a few weeks because guests were complaining that it was scary.
Yeah, the receptionist was like a robot dinosaur.
Well, you wouldn't go. Would you go there not knowing that the receptionist was a dinosaur?
How do you ring down for like your minibar to be topped up?
Yeah.
You gotta learn dinosaur. you need like a Chris Pratt to kind of like bring him in.
Do you remember my Snickers? Clever girl.
Nice. Jurassic Park reference.
Yeah.
There was another thing that you wanted to bring up as well, wasn't there? I remember you saying.
Oh, with like
the question.
Yeah. So.
Did I answer it? I can't remember if I answered it.
Wait, I'm confused which question this is now.
The question about films.
Oh, okay, yeah. So.
Or something else.
We did talk about it once, but I feel like. I don't know.
Sorry,
our mind's going to change.
Have you hit your head or something?
I have, yes.
Yeah,
on what? Was it something expensive? Was this something expensive?
No, I was in the kitchen just now, and I stepped on the broom and it went.
Oh, mate.
Whenever you're talking, I'm trying not to look at it. My eyes are going up your forehead.
I kept looking as well.
I was standing there, didn't you hear me shout, motherfucker? Just stepped on this broom and it went smush, and I was like, motherfucker.
Is that what you're looking for the lights or is it?
No. Yeah, it's before I finished.
That's fucking great.
Sideshow Bob from The Simpsons.
I got fucked by a fucking broom.
Sorry.
Go on, mate, sorry.
Yeah, so I think we've talked about it before, but I feel like some of our minds might change about it. But basically, so if you could watch any movie again without seeing it before, like imagine you've never seen it before now, and you could watch it again.
I want to hear his answer.
What would it be?
Oh, mate. Lord of the Rings. Imagine watching
For what reason?
I'm not sure now, because I'm quite nostalgic for it as well.
The one that that's the thing, isn't it? So it's the nostalgia driving it. But the one that I thought, and it's not because I think it's one of the best films I've ever seen, I just remember the experience I had when I saw it in IMAX. So that's why I went for it. It wasn't because it's like, fuck, that's the best film I've ever seen. But I went back to IMAX 3 times to watch Avatar, because Avatar, to me, was one of the best film experiences I've ever had in the cinema. So that's probably what I would choose. I remember, because I'd never seen proper 3D in a cinema. I'd never been to IMAX. It was my first experience in IMAX. It was one of the best films for IMAX that you could probably go and see for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
And I just think the experience was fucking astounding. Like when Home Tree is coming down in IMAX, you can feel the explosions in your chair. It's fucking... I'm sad that I'm never going to feel that again.
Yeah.
That's why I went back 3 times.
Raised ticket prices, £2 for that. Nice.
For what, IMAX?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's worth it.
Yeah.
If it's a good film, if it's anything by Christopher Nolan, I'd go and watch it and think.
Well, I mean, I feel like Avatar was more of an experience than a film anyway.
Yeah.
It was made to be more of an experience.
It's like a tech demo.
Yeah,
basically, yeah.
It was fucking great, though. Like Jake's first flight, that was fucking amazing. The home tree coming down was amazing. And then when they're running through the jungle, kind of like the jungles of Pandora, and then the camera comes up and looks down as they're running across a branch. Now in the film it's like, meh, but in IMAX 3D, that's fucking terrifying for somebody.
Yeah.
I was like, like actually, like do you know the stuff that jumps out at you? It's not scary to me, and it's just like novelty. But like that fucking just like for like a half a second where it went up like that, and just for a second you just felt like, oh fuck, I'm going.
I was the guy in between as the movie, the first one.
Okay.
No, it's like you go.
That wasn't 3D though, was it?
No, but the way the camera got shot when it was going into the like street, it comes down like that. And you're like, shit.
Where did you watch? Do you watch it in the cinema?
I watched it in the cinema.
Ah, right. I'm saying, if you're just watching it on like a
I may
40-inch
have
TV in your house, you're like,
I may have had some narcotics before watching.
Oh, okay.
I think you have to watch watch in between us these days.
Yeah, that's good.
I never saw the second film. Apparently, it's not that great.
It was alright.
It's more of the same.
What's that in Australia, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you're all right with watching somebody piss in someone else's mouth, then
Yeah.
I could go for that. It's still funny.
I found the first one more funny than the second one. I thought the second one was just clutching at straws.
I mean, they are what they are. They're just like
Yeah.
just disgusting.
British,
Easy
like,
laugh.
Yeah.
toilet humour.
Yeah. Do you see the American In-Betweeners?
Oh,
What a
mate.
Fucking
Yeah.
painful.
Pile of ass.
Yeah, it's painful to
The
watch.
worst-
Fucking awful.
Watching the Americans remake certain things. Like they did The Office okay, I think.
Yeah, they made it their own thing.
Yeah, it's still,
Shameless, they've done well as well.
I haven't
Oh,
seen
yeah,
American Shameless.
The
I haven't seen
American
much of
Shameless I prefer over the British one.
Is it?
I haven't
British
seen-
one's fantastic.
I haven't
think.
seen much of the British
Oh,
one,
I
so
think it's
No,
brilliant.
the American one's better.
Oh, yeah.
I saw a scene from the British one the other day where someone was in hospital bed and one person comes in to kill them, and then another person from the same family
Yeah,
comes in to
I
kill
saw
him,
this,
and then another person, and it's about 6 around the bed in the end, and they're like, what are you all here for? We can kill him.
Nice.
Yeah, I remember the biggest issue with the In-Betweeners, the American one, was the way they shot it. For one thing, it looked like a tidy film, and they had to water every joke down because they couldn't drop any kind of big swear word.
Why?
Because
Stupid Americans.
Americans are more sensitive about swearing. Like saying cunt or anything like that on American TV, like even the F word, like fuck, is kind of bad.
I love how you said the F word there.
The F word. I'm trying to keep it safe for advertisers, Dan, so you make some
Well,
moolah.
you said cunt just now, so
Yeah, all right.
clearly not.
I said.
Who are we sponsored by? Today?
I'll tell you in a bit. Like, you can finish
sorry.
your story, and then I'll tell you.
Yeah, it's just the way it was shot, and a lot of the jokes they just couldn't land them because obviously it would be the original actor's delivery was what made the jokes funnier.
Yeah.
But it would be like they'd do the same line, and it would be like, I'm trying to remember the joke now, like the Thorpe Park one where the door comes off, and the way they were complaining about it just wasn't funny.
Yeah.
But like the way the British guys complained about it was actually quite good because it's a really believable. Like I know people that talk like
when
that.
he gets on the front of the fucking of Nemesis, and he's like, "You inconsiderate arsehole."
So there's like,
Yeah, I was watching a video actually that was comparing the Americans to the British one, and they were saying about that scene where he throws the frisbee.
yeah.
And
Wait there,
and
is it like a direct rip-off?
Basically,
yeah.
the
line
same
for line,
story
like.
beats. They go to the theme park. They like
Oh my
all the same
God.
character
Yeah.
names and everything.
So yeah, that scene where he throws the frisbee and it hits that girl in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
So it was like comparing the British one and the American one, and the British one, like how it's edited and stuff, it just
Yeah.
flows really well, and
Yeah.
that's what makes it funny, the way it flows, and the editing
Yeah.
was great. The American one, it just feels like he throws the frisbee, it just goes on for too long with the frisbee like flying in the air, and then like they're like all looking at it and they're saying like, oh fuck shit, and it just like hits
Oh
the
my
girl.
God.
Yeah, but by the time it's hit the person in the face, it's just like, well. That's
Joke's
just,
gone now.
the joke's gone because it's like it's been in the air too long. They're just like, oh fucking hell.
Yeah.
And there's no uncomfortable, cringy punch to any of the. There's no like,
Yeah.
oh no, when you watch it.
The whole thing of In-Betweeners was cringe.
Yeah, it was
Shitting
just-
himself. The fucking one of the best ones I remember was when he's doing the catwalk with his fucking ball look out.
Oh, mate, that's great.
Yeah, see, that's the reaction. That's the reaction. That's the
Yeah.
whole thing about In-Betweeners. It's like, oh, when he shit himself. Oh,
Yeah.
or when he punches that fish to death.
Or when he tries
Neil
sitting on his hand for a wank.
to the laptop off.
Oh, what about when he goes up to the ice cream lady and says, I heard you could blow jobs and shit. Oh, fuck like that.
But all the moments from In-Betweeners, the whole point of it was like those reactions, or when he's dancing in the movie, when he's doing the fucking.
Yeah, the first one was actually alright.
I thought
do like the
was
first
good.
one.
That's very reminiscent of what would happen on a boys' holiday.
Yeah.
So,
I guess so.
yeah.
What's the t-shirts made now? What's
Pussy
the saying?
Patrol.
That's it. Pussy
Pussy
Patrol.
Patrol.
Say Patrol. We're the
It's the
Pussy
best of-
Patrol.
It's the best of the cat in it or something.
Yeah.
I
Just a massive dick.
fucking, I love the guy who's just, do you know, like he's like a bit of comic relief. He's just a guy who's there every once in a while.
Money or
Asking for money.
sleep.
That's my broad. That's
Yeah.
literally my brother when he's on holiday. He like loses all his mates. He's just like, can I borrow? Can I borrow a quid?
Every scene he's in, he always goes, "All right, lads, good night. Yeah. Can I have some money? Like, can I have money?" Yeah.
That literally, I saw that. I was like, that's my fucking brother. That's literally my brother. Like, but yeah, In Betweeners is fucking great. I enjoy In Betweeners, but I haven't seen the American one to compare to. But
No,
I didn't realize it was a straight up rip off.
Straight, the same story. Every episode is in the same order as well. But it's just like,
Is it just for people that were like Americans that never saw
Yeah.
the British one?
Probably.
and they try to like translate it, but none of the jokes work without the cringe factor. Also, the actors are all quite attractive. They look like they'd be the popular
Yeah.
ones in their school. So like the guy who plays Simon looks like a handsome guy.
Please don't
Like,
tell me their names are Simon and Neil and.
Yeah, they're all Simon.
Yeah,
Neil.
it's a direct rip-off. Yeah.
Oh my God.
They have a Mr. Gilbert, but it's not what's his name. It's no one like Greg Davis. It's like
I don't think there's many people like Greg.
no,
Davis.
but like the guy they got to play is not a tall, imposing guy, and yeah, he's like not.
There's nothing about it.
He'll do the same line, but he can't bring off the smarmy, intimidating. Say my name,
This
Mr. Gilbert. It doesn't work.
this
like-
literally sounds horrendous.
it is.
It
It's
is,
just
shit.
you just watch it, especially if you've seen the episodes before, and you're like, they're just doing the lines, but terribly. Like,
It's like us four doing it.
yeah. Like, why just
I
do
think
that?
we'd fucking be alright.
Yeah.
I could be an uncomfortable dork. I gotta be honest.
Yeah. Do it for a living.
Yeah, that is my life. I am Simon. Not
that-
Simon, the other one.
Other American things, like I heard that, like obviously The Office is okay because they kind of literally just kind of took the very very basics of it and
Yeah.
took it because what's Steve Carell's character in
Oh, I don't know
what's his
what
name?
is.
I don't know.
I haven't seen
He
The
is
Office.
I haven't seen
he's
The Office,
nothing like
Ricky Gervais is.
like Brent.
Yeah.
But you can tell they're kind of cut from the same cloth, like. So I don't mind that. That's quite funny, and like it's totally different jokes, totally different kind of, and the American humor is there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's good. What other American remakes is there? Because they don't do it very well very often, do they? And I don't know if it translates. It might be the same that if we tried American over here, it's just different types of comedy,
Yeah,
innit?
it
Yeah.
is.
Have you ever watched like American stand-up? It's
very
hit and
loud.
miss, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
hit and miss, especially like black comedy. I like. There's only so many times I can hear like a black guy do it like this, and then a white boy do it like this,
Yeah.
and it's like this isn't funny. Like
Yeah.
I think it's saturated in America, though.
I
Yeah.
like,
Comedians.
yeah, but two Americans is fucking great.
the-
Like,
I
mean,
actually I prefer American humor over British humor though.
Do you?
Yeah, I find
I fucking love
British
British
humor's
humour.
a bit too like dry for me.
Yeah,
Oh,
Frankie
it's-
Boyle is fucking.
Frankie Boyle is great.
Yeah.
Frankie Boyle's borderline evil, but it's fun. It's great to watch.
Fantastic.
Like
He's mellowed out recently. He's had a few new shows where he just like talks about the week. They're
he
still
did
quite
he
good.
did a
though.
fucked up one the other day where what the fuck was the joke? But I was watching it. I was like, what? Channel 4 advertising with this joke. I was like, God damn.
Mate, he
Can't
brings
remember
in
what
the
it was.
money.
He does because
Yeah.
everyone loves to
Just
hate him.
fucking
Like
savage, isn't he?
I don't mind him. He said he would way rather like paying customers to his shows leave offended than like leave laughing. He's like, my goal is to fucking offend everyone in the
Yeah.
room, like, and that's fucking great. You'll never offend me. I don't think there's anything that you could say to me that I'd be like, fuck.
It's the way he tells jokes, though. I've never heard him say anything that's like really spiteful to anyone, where it's like, "Wow, you are just tearing this person apart." Like
That's the same as Ricky Gervais.
Yeah.
They say these Golden Globes. Is it the Golden Globes that he hosts all the
the
time?
Oscars. He's
Was
not
it the
done it for a
Oscars?
while.
Was it?
No,
I
was
thought it was
it?
the Golden Globes.
Oh, it might be that. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
When he was doing runs of them, and
Yeah.
he was like, all I'm doing is taking the piss out of rich, fucking well-off people,
Yeah.
and it's not like spiteful, it's stuff that's in the public, so everybody knows about it already. Like, when you actually listen to what he's saying, it's just like, that's funny.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, just take it as a fucking joke. Like, if you got to be able to, you can't take yourself too seriously if you're in the public eye like that. Like, especially if you're in millions per film. Like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, stop taking.
So have a sense of humour.
Yeah, he's not like going around and kicking homeless people in the minge.
Yeah.
That would be funny as
That
well.
just
like.
depends on the timing.
Yeah.
Then,
Do you see
whether
that
it's funny.
fucking First Great Western thing where
Oh yeah, they just poured hot water on a homeless guy to get
Huh?
him to move.
What?
this homeless guy was sat outside?
He was
just
in
like
the train
laying-
station, I think.
Was he in? It looked like it was outside.
Oh, I'm
But
not
this
sure.
homeless guy's laying down, and the staff are literally just pouring water around him and on him, trying to get him to move. And this woman's like, "This is fucking disgusting." Like, I hate the way that homeless people are treated. Like, I can't afford to give them all money.
No.
But, like, don't... Like, have you seen the one where there's, like, CCTV where there's two in a tent and one guy just comes and double foots through the fucking tent?
Yeah.
Like, fucking, why be a cunt, like?
Yeah,
You've got a hole to go through, like.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, what's the point?
They're literally at the lowest point that they could be, and you're just fucking...
Trying to make
you
them go
just
lower.
double-footed kicked one in the face. Like, it sounds funny, but it's not.
Yeah,
really,
no,
really.
no, it's not. But yeah.
What he just did, sorry to interrupt you, what he just did there just reminded me of when you laughed at Alea's kid banging her head.
Yeah, but that was funny.
Mate, we were all stood round with me, and a kid banged on one of these.
Yeah.
Right, so these are fucking solid marble. This make a good chopping board. She banged the side of her head on this, and I was looking directly into his eyes when he did it. He just went...
That was like
The kid's fucking bawling her eyes out. I had to walk away for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fucking hell of a noise as well.
I was howling. She fucking bangs her head on everything. She's a fucking lunatic, man. I've literally never seen a kid hurt herself every time she leaves the house.
Yeah.
She's fucking insane.
Every day's an adventure.
It's offset wearing one of those helmets.
I've never ever seen her come here and not hurt herself.
Yeah, Leia's
actually,
gonna
I
fucking
haven't
kill
either.
you.
We have to fucking walk around looking at CCTV because she just fucking flies
Face
through
planted
glass
the wall,
windows and
yeah,
shit. Like, it's fucking nuts.
She's an insurance nightmare now.
She's actually insane. Like, Noah used to bang. Noah went through a phase of banging his head like every once in a while, but not so much where you'd be like, he's fucking.
I kept headbutting people when I was 18. Just like, not really hard, just sort of like, what up?
Well,
I don't know why.
And you're wondering
When
why
he
you
was
had a
18,
slap.
we're talking about a 5 or 6 year old.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. I was like, we're talking about fucking children.
So the story was, he did call, the man didn't go up to him and say,
You call me a cunt? No, I just headbutted you. Fucking dickhead. Like.
Just like mid-conversation, usually if I had a drink or two, just so they turn away and just be like, what the, right? That's how you break the ice, man, with your face.
Break the... Yeah, no, I don't like that at all.
That's why you're losing your hair, like.
Yeah, mate, I've done
All the
damage.
clash
Too
in the
much
head.
head-to-head contact. like.
Damage the fucking follicles with friction.
That's what I blame for this.
Why do you get some of that German-made shampoo, like
T-gel. I don't think
caffeine?
I don't think that supports like fucking hair growth where there's no hair. Like.
You get that surgery that Rooney had, and then like you keep having to get it because your hairline still recedes past.
Just laughing at himself.
Oh, I was thinking about that picture that you did the other day.
Oh yeah, mate, you gotta.
Oh, fuck.
Gotta
We could
put
post that
up.
out.
Yeah.
So when I was meant to be working, I photoshopped a picture of Nathan that I had. I put Noah's mouth on him. I put one of the girls who works here's forehead on him.
I gotta see it now. What is it?
Oh mate, it's fucking great.
So
Oh, shit.
that is a bet. Basically, the eyes. You can flash it up, can you? Yeah, you can flash it up.
Oh,
But
fuck.
send me the
Whose
one
teeth are
without
they?
the,
Are they his
That's
teeth?
Noah's teeth.
His child's teeth. Annoyingly, they're better than mine.
Why has he got by? What the fuck's under his eyes?
Right, so basically what I changed,
Wait,
that
just my
picture there, that's Nikki's tongue as his eyeballs. So I put her tongue as his eyeballs.
Oh, Nikki works here?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I took a picture as a joke, and then I used her forehead, because she was like, her face was up like
Yeah.
that, so it caused loads of wrinkles across her forehead. So on that picture, her forehead is his forehead. And then I made his eyebrow into a monobrow.
Oh, nice.
So we'll do that. I made an Undateables poster pretty much.
Yeah,
like.
I'll send you that one.
I'll send it over to you. I don't know if I didn't save it, so it'll have to be like a
I think he sent it in the group, anyway.
Yeah, it's in the group.
I sent it in the group, but it's a picture of... I took a picture of my screen, so it isn't the actual
that's
picture.
fine.
Yeah, I never saved it, but we can do that.
That's funny. Sorry, I was just
Put some
thinking about
work
that
into
when
it.
you were talking about fucking his hair. Then.
If you watch the video now, like he was talking and you just go... just on your own, like over in the corner.
I feel like every episode of this is just going to be like physically bullying.
Just
me.
bully.
Oh,
Pretty much, yeah.
Not physically
sorry. We haven't seen your nipple this episode.
bullying. Oh mate,
Oh shit!
no, it's going to become an
That's
obsession.
alright. I'll just superimpose the one I've already got over his top the whole time.
How's it always hard?
How are they hard? How are they hard?
Because I like you, Eli.
Makes sense.
His dick goes in and his nipples come out.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to knock that on the head, I reckon, for this episode.
Nips have come out that punctuates the episode. We
Yeah,
can stop.
right to the end. This episode was brought to you by our new sponsor, Cock in a Box. Just don't laugh. This is a serious one. I've actually got a sponsor now. They gave me a script, but I've forgotten it, so I'll just try doing it off the top of my head. Cock in a box for when you want to tell someone to go fuck themselves in a special way. So basically, if you go to cockinabox.com, you can enter the Big Fat Chat as the voucher coupon, and you can get a choice of either the Warrior cock in a box, which is like the big black one, or there's like a miniature one for smaller people. So when you want to tell someone to go fuck themselves, that's cockinabox.com /Big Fat Chat, and you can get 20% off your first purchase. Cockinabox.com. And that's it, I think.
Nice.
Can catch you in the next one.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh no, we got to do a thumbnail pause. 3, 2,
No.
3, 2, 1. Thumbnail pause.
Excellent.
Catch you on the Big Fat Chat next week with tea with the boys. Goodbye.
Ara.